Wait, don't spend another Washington quarter until you watch this. What if a 1980D or 1986p Washington quarter hiding in your pocket, car, or old coin jar has a detail that almost everyone overlooks? Every day, these quarters are spent without a second thought, while experienced collectors search for rare mint eras, exceptional condition, and hidden varieties. In the next few minutes, I'll show you exactly what makes these two quarters special, the history behind them, and the key details you should always check before spending one. Watch until the end. You may have a collectible quarter waiting to be discovered. Top 1. Imagine reaching into your pocket and finding a 1980D Washington quarter that looks like every other 25-cent coin you have ever seen. Most people would spend it without giving it a second thought, but experienced collectors know that every coin carries a story far beyond its face value. The 1980D Washington quarter represents an important era in modern American coinage, combining decades of history with the craftsmanship of the United States Mint. While most circulated examples remain common and are usually worth only face value, exceptional uncirculated coins, certified high-grade examples, and genuine mint-era pieces continue to attract serious collector interest. The real excitement comes from understanding the small details that separate an ordinary quarter from one that collectors truly appreciate. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of the birth of George Washington, the first president of the United States. Originally intended as a one-year commemorative issue, its popularity led the United States Mint to continue producing the design year after year. The obverse features a dignified portrait of Washington, while the reverse displays a powerful eagle with outstretched wings resting above a bundle of arrows and olive branches, symbolizing both strength and peace. By 1980, this classic design had become one of the most recognizable coins in American history and had been part of everyday commerce for nearly half a century. The small d mint mark identifies the coin as having been struck at the Denver Mint. During 1980, the Denver Mint produced millions of Washington quarters to meet the nation's demand for circulating coinage. These quarters quickly entered banks, businesses, vending machines, and cash registers across the country. Because they were used so heavily, many surviving examples now display scratches, worn details, and dull surfaces. Others were carefully preserved in mint sets, coin albums, or private collections, allowing them to retain their original mint luster and sharp design features. Those well-preserved coins remain especially attractive to collectors today. Condition plays one of the most important roles in determining collector demand. A heavily circulated quarter naturally develops contact marks, worn high points, and reduced luster after years of everyday use. By contrast, an uncirculated example may still display brilliant mint frost, crisp lettering, and sharply defined details throughout Washington's portrait and the eagle on the reverse. Collectors often spend years searching for beautifully preserved coins because outstanding condition becomes increasingly difficult to find as decades pass. Professional grading services carefully examine each coin before assigning a numerical grade based on preservation, strike quality, originality, and eye appeal. Even a slight improvement in grade can significantly influence collector demand. High-grade certified 1980D Washington quarters are particularly desirable because relatively few survive in nearly flawless condition after spending years in circulation or storage. Registry set collectors often compete for these outstanding examples because every small improvement in quality makes a meaningful difference. Another fascinating aspect of collecting the 1980D Washington quarter involves searching for genuine mint errors. Although the United States Mint maintains strict quality control standards, occasional production mistakes still occurred. Authentic mint-made errors such as off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, die chips, and broad strikes continue to attract collector interest because they reveal unusual moments during the minting process. These genuine mint errors are entirely different from scratches, dents, corrosion, polishing, or damage that occurred after the coin entered circulation. Understanding this distinction is one of the most valuable skills any collector can develop. Many beginning collectors believe cleaning an old coin improves its appearance and value. Experienced numismatists usually recommend the opposite. Harsh cleaning removes the original mint surface, creates tiny scratches, and permanently changes the coin's appearance. Collectors generally prefer original luster and natural toning because these qualities preserve the authenticity and historical character of the coin. An untouched coin often attracts much stronger collector appreciation than one that has been polished or altered. The 1980 Washington quarter remains an important part of American coin collecting because it represents the continuation of one of the nation's longest-running and most respected coin designs. Every surviving coin has passed through decades of American history, witnessing countless everyday transactions while carrying the image of the country's first president. Whether discovered in an old coin collection, inherited from a family member, or found in a forgotten jar of spare change, each quarter tells a story that extends far beyond its 25-cent face value. The greatest lesson this coin teaches is that successful coin collecting depends on knowledge, patience, and careful observation rather than rumors or exaggerated stories. Most 1980 Washington quarters remain ordinary circulation coins, but beautifully preserved uncirculated examples, top-grade certified coins, and genuine mint-era pieces continue to receive the strongest collector attention. By studying mint marks, condition, originality, and authentic mint-made varieties, collectors discover that the true value of a coin lies not only in its price, but also in the remarkable history, craftsmanship, and journey it carries through generations. Every 1980 Washington quarter is a small but meaningful reminder that history often survives in the coins we use every day. The second up. Imagine finding a 1986 Washington quarter in your pocket and almost spending it without another thought. That happens every day across America, yet experienced collectors know that even a modern-looking quarter can tell an incredible story. The 1986 Washington quarter represents another chapter in one of the longest-running coin series in United States history. While most examples found in circulation are common and are generally worth face value, collectors continue searching for exceptional uncirculated coins, certified high-grade examples, and genuine mint-era pieces that stand out from the millions produced. The real excitement isn't believing every old coin is a fortune. It is learning the details that transform an ordinary quarter into a fascinating collectible. The Washington quarter first appeared in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. What began as a commemorative issue quickly became one of America's most recognizable circulating coins. The obverse features the familiar portrait of the nation's first president, while the reverse displays a majestic eagle with outstretched wings standing above arrows and olive branches, symbolizing strength and peace. By 1986, this classic design had already served Americans for more than 50 years and remained a trusted part of everyday commerce. The P mint mark identifies this coin as being struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Before 1980, Philadelphia quarters generally did not carry a mint mark, but beginning in 1980, circulating Philadelphia quarters displayed the P mint mark, making the 1986 P issue easy to identify. During 1986, the Philadelphia Mint produced millions of Washington quarters that quickly entered circulation through banks, stores, and businesses across the country. Although production numbers were high, collectors know that survival in outstanding condition is much less common than the original mintage might suggest. Condition is one of the most important characteristics determining collector interest. A quarter that spent years circulating naturally develops scratches, contact marks, worn details, and reduced luster. Another coin saved immediately after leaving the mint may still display brilliant mint frost, crisp lettering, and sharply defined design features. These beautifully preserved coins become increasingly scarce as time passes because most eventually enter circulation. Collectors often spend years searching for coins that remain nearly flawless after decades. Professional grading services carefully inspect each coin before assigning a numerical grade based on strike quality, preservation, originality, and eye appeal. Even a slight improvement in grade can significantly increase collector demand. High-grade certified 1986p Washington quarters are especially admired because relatively few examples survive with exceptional surfaces and minimal contact marks. Registry set collectors often compete for these outstanding coins because every point of quality matters. One of the most fascinating aspects of collecting the 1986p Washington quarter is the search for genuine mint errors. Although the United States Mint maintains strict quality control standards, occasional production mistakes still occurred. Authentic mint-made errors such as off-center strikes, die cracks, clipped planchets, broad strikes, and other unusual varieties remain highly desirable because they provide insight into the minting process. These genuine errors are completely different from scratches, dents, corrosion, polishing, or other damage that occurred after the coin entered circulation, which generally lowers collector appeal. Many beginning collectors believe polishing an old coin will improve its value, but experienced numismatists usually recommend leaving coins exactly as they are found. Harsh cleaning removes the original mint surface, leaves microscopic scratches, and permanently changes the coin's appearance. Original luster, natural tunning, and untouched surfaces are generally much more desirable because they preserve the coin's authenticity and historical character. The 1986p Washington quarter remains popular because it represents the continued legacy of one of America's most iconic coin designs. Every surviving coin has traveled through decades of commerce while carrying the image of George Washington, connecting today's collectors with everyday American history. Whether found in pocket change, inherited from family members, or discovered in an old coin collection, each example carries a story that extends well beyond its 25-cent face value. The greatest lesson this coin teaches is that successful coin collecting depends on knowledge, patience, and careful observation rather than rumors or exaggerated stories. Most 1986p Washington quarters remain ordinary circulation coins, but beautifully preserved uncirculated examples, top-grade certified pieces, and genuine mint-era coins continue to attract the strongest collector interest. By studying mint marks, condition, originality, and authentic mint-made varieties, collectors discover that the true value of a coin lies not only in its price, but also in the remarkable history and craftsmanship behind every piece. Every 1986p Washington quarter reminds us that even ordinary pocket change can become a fascinating connection to America's past.